Here are some of the stories we covered on WECT News at 5. Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick and his former top aide have pleaded not guilty to charges. They lied under oath about having an affair, both accused of lying under oath about an affair and their roles in the firing of a top police official. Steamy text messages revealed a flirty, sometimes explicit dialogue between the two. A mix-up in the shipping department. The Department of Defense says it is investigating how the United States mistakenly shipped 4 electrical fuses designed for use on intercontinental ballistic missiles to Taiwan. Officials say they were delivered to Taiwan in 2006 instead of helicopter batteries that Taiwan had ordered. Part of US 17 will be named for the 9 Charleston firefighters killed battling flames at a furniture store last June. South Carolina lawmakers approved a bill that would name a 4-mile stretch of roadway the Charleston 9 Memorial Highway. The stretch of road runs by the Sofa Superstore, which the city hopes to turn into a memorial. Officials have not announced a cause for the fire, though authorities have said it started near a loading dock where employees took cigarette breaks. And those are some of the stories we covered on WECT News at 5, in case you missed it.
Where news comes first, the Coastal Carolinas news leader. This is WECT News at 6.
Is an arsonist on the loose? Investigators want to know how 2 house fires started, and they've got their suspicions.
Plus, combat hunter training at Camp Lejeune. Marines turn a street into a make-believe Baghdad. Good evening and thanks for joining us.
Our top stories: the Democratic presidential candidates are increasingly focusing on North Carolina, and one of them is talking one-on-one to WECT. Barack Obama is outlining plans for his next visit to the state tonight. He'll be in Greensboro tomorrow. This is video of his visit to Fayetteville last week.
The latest poll just out today shows Obama leading Hillary Clinton by more than 20 percentage points. Clinton will be in Raleigh, Fayetteville, and Winston-Salem on Thursday. I talked with Clinton a short time ago and asked her if North Carolina is winnable for her.
Well, I know that I have an uphill climb in North Carolina. Senator Obama has a very solid base of support there, but I'm going to campaign in the state, and I'm looking forward to getting around and meeting a lot of people and making my case.
All of the presidential campaigns seem to be zeroing in on the economy, especially the housing market crisis. Just yesterday, there were reports that existing home sales were actually up in February, despite predictions that they would be down. Here on the North Carolina coast, 3 or 4 years ago, homes were doubling in value. Now some of the homeowners are having to sell their homes for less than the tax value. What do you say to North Carolinians who are really concerned that the bottom is going to fall out?
Well, that I have been urging action on this important issue for a year. I gave a speech yesterday in Pennsylvania outlining further steps that I would take were I president. Because if we don't stop the home foreclosure crisis, we will not work our way out of this economic crisis that we're in. And I think that we should do everything possible to help people stay in their homes, pay what they can afford to pay, stop the bleeding, prevent more vacant homes in neighborhoods, try to give people the support they need in their communities to deal with the consequences of foreclosures and vacant homes. If the government can find $30 billion to bail out Bear Stearns, we should be able to find some money to help stabilize home prices and home values throughout America.
Finally, some of your supporters in Wilmington, North Carolina want to know if you're coming to Wilmington, North Carolina before the May primary. Yes or no?
I hope so. I really would love to come to Wilmington. I know what a beautiful community it is. So let's try to make it there. I'm going to do my best.
All right, and hopefully we'll see you then. Thank you very much, Senator Clinton.
Thank you.
And we will have my entire interview with Senator Clinton on our website at WECT.com later tonight, including her answer to my question about some of the negativity we're seeing in this campaign. Well, as Clinton and Obama talk about the war in Iraq, Marines at Camp Lejeune are preparing to go to the combat zone.
A new training strategy is aimed at making them ready to fight when they hit the ground. WECT's Max Winitz reports a key to that strategy is making the exotic look familiar.
A normal day in a Baghdad marketplace. U.S. military on guard, Iraqis walk the streets. Look closely and you'll discover that this isn't Iraq. It's eastern North Carolina. These aren't Iraqis, they're Americans acting. The Baghdad Marketplace is at Camp Lejeune. 55 Marines are in the final stage of a new program called Combat Hunter Training.
Like a poker game, the purpose of this training was so that the Marines can now read the eyes and the minds of their opponents.
The training emphasizes 3 skills.
Observation might be better explained as simply learning how to look at things. The profiling is what to look for, and the tracking is how to follow.
The 2-week course teaches the Marines about the difference between friend and foe, between an insurgent and an ally. The clues are subtle: appearance and hand gestures. One instructor is a former Los Angeles County Deputy Sheriff.
Worked the streets of Los Angeles County and learned many things about human nature, mannerisms, what to look for. A lot of people lying to you. And we bring that experience, we lived it daily.
Sergeant Dennis Durr has been deployed to Iraq 3 times. He says the course is the most valuable training he's had.
Well, it improved my skills along with, I'm sure, a lot of other Marines as far as observation before we even get ourselves into scenarios, how to look at things.
With the American death toll in Iraq reaching 4,000, the Marines believe combat hunter training will bring more of these men and women home from Iraq alive. At Camp Lejeune, Max Winitz, WECT News.
Now, the first combat hunter course began in January of this year. Instructors are hopeful it will continue in the months to come. Right now, we're going to find out about the weekend to come with Chief Meteorologist George Elliott. George?
Well, just tonight, I'll give you right now. You're going to have to wait a little longer. How about them apples? Yeah. It's a cold one tonight. That's what it boils down to. Today's high temperature was 57, 68 normal, 34 this morning. Some areas got a little bit lower than that. And, of course, the drought continues and the pollen continues very high indeed. So that's the time of year, and no major rain coming our way for right now. We'll take a look at the shower chance, which does increase down the road. This evening, those 50s will fall into the upper 40s, clear and cool, light varying winds, mostly southerly and southwest now for a while. A little warmer tonight and much warmer tomorrow, and up from there for a while. We'll check that out in just a few minutes, Jimmy Fran.
All right. Thanks, George.
The investigators tonight are concerned that an arsonist could be on the loose in southern New Hanover County.
Overnight, 2 homes burned, both in the Monkey Junction area. No one was hurt. WECT's Kelly O'Hara reports evidence recovered at the scene suggests the fires were no accident.
Flames light up the sky in the Monkey Junction area, but it's not just one fire, it's 2. Both fires considered suspicious. Started minutes apart and across Carolina Beach Road from one another. Investigators say if it's a coincidence, it's a strange one.
It's 2 fires same time, one on each side of the same street. It's odd.
With the fires out and the sun up, investigators find convincing evidence that at least one of the house fires is the result of arson. A paint can and another piece to this fiery puzzle taken into custody, both labeled accelerants. Across the street at the Royal Palms Mobile Home Park, Elvia Amazon and her 2 children stare at her front porch.
Sí, por mis niños, sí. Yeah, she's very afraid because of her kids.
Almazan, who speaks very little English, says she doesn't smoke, and the fire appeared to have mysteriously sparked on her front steps just minutes after the house fire across the street. Almazan says she was asleep, and she's lucky a neighbor woke her up. In New Hanover County, Kelly O'Hara, WECT News.
Investigators say their paint can evidence could take several weeks to analyze. Anyone with information about the suspicious fires is asked to call the authorities.
Now, while some firefighters were out battling those flames, others were saying goodbye to one of their own. Wilmington Fire Chief Sam Hill is retiring after 51 years of service to the city. Today, more than 100 people packing City Hall to say farewell. Hill says there's a lot he's going to miss after leaving the department.
I think the main thing you're going to miss is the fellowship with the men, and knowing you're a provider of service to the community that they cannot provide for themselves.
Hill's official last day is Monday. Assistant Fire Chief Frank Blackley will serve as acting chief until a permanent replacement is named.
A couple is biking around the country to raise awareness of a serious but not well-known disease. Hap and Diane Eaton are from Ohio. They have been biking around the country since last May. This morning, they were in Wilmington. Diane's brother-in-law has alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. It's a genetic disorder that can cause chronic lung and liver disease. This is day 324 for the couple on their year-long crusade to get people talking about the disease.
For some reason, people aren't concerned about talking to a bicyclist. They're not intimidated. So many times people walk up and say, okay, I just got to ask, Where are you from? Why are you doing this?
Where are you going? Yeah.
Now, for more information about Hap and Diane's adventure and to find out where they're going, log on to our website, WECT.com, and look under Top Stories. A mysterious illness is sweeping through horse farms in 2 counties.
It's a deadly illness. Find out what the owners say is killing their animals. That story in 2 minutes on WECT News at 6.
WECT News Stock Report is brought to you by Robert Trent Jones.
The Mazda 5-to-Drive sales event has now been expanded to 6 at Stevenson Mazda. You can pick from 6 models to drive for just $199 a month. We've added the hot Mazda CX-7 to go with Mazda 3s, 5s, 6s, and Miatas. So you can pick from 6, any one, for just $199 a month. And best of all, not for 60 months, but a fast 24. The 5-to-Drive is now pick from 6, $199 a month at Stevenson Mazda.
I'm Bev Perdue. I'm running for governor and I sponsored this ad.
Listen to Richard Moore.
I want to be held accountable.
Accountable? As Treasurer Moore put $2 billion of state pensions into risky hedge funds and increased fees paid to fund managers by 600%. Now Wall Street investors have given $1.5 million to his campaign.
I want to be held accountable.
Come on, Richard. Moore's for Wall Street, not for us.
It's a new day at New Earth Chrysler Jeep with top fuel efficiency vehicles at 30 miles per gallon. Lifetime powertrain warranties, low prices, and lowest monthly payment. Get the new Jeep Patriot for just $500 down and $199 per month. The new Jeep Compass starts at only $14,995. Drive home the new 2008 Chrysler Sebring for under $16,000. And military gets another $500 discount. At New Earth Chrysler Jeep, where God, family, and you come first, guaranteed.
Now, Francis Weller, Jim Hatchett, meteorologist Greg Cardisi, and Bob Bonner. This is WECT News at 6.
A tragedy is unfolding in the barns and fields of Brunswick and Horry counties.
Horses are dying one after another, and the owners believe the animals ate tainted feed. Here's what WECT's Sarah Warlick found out.
John Vogt says he's relieved his 22-year-old horse Buckshot is still alive.
I was going to be surprised if it was going to survive.
Surprised because another of his horses was sick like Buckshot and died. Both horses lived at this farm in Charlotte. When Buckshot got sick, he was rushed to NC State's vet hospital and treated for botulism. An autopsy performed on the dead horse is inconclusive, but the pathologist says it likely died from botulism. Vogt says it hurt to see both horses so ill. When tragedy struck not once but twice, Vogt quickly started looking for a common denominator, and all signs pointed to the food source.
They were fed the last of the group feeding, and they were getting fed out of 2 separate bags.
That food was Country Acres horse feed by Purina. Vogt says close to a dozen horses in Brunswick and Horry counties have also died after eating what he says is tainted food.
I know that this is a very, very fluke circumstance, but it's here and it's on us, and it's big. You know, I mean, I sure would like to know where it came from and what sort of resolve can be brought about to try and prevent it.
The test results on the feed will provide the next step in solving a deadly mystery. In Charlotte, Sarah Warlick, WECT News.
Vogt says he bought the food at Graham Brothers Farm Supply in Laura, South Carolina. The store has pulled the food from the shelves. Purina says there is a recall on food out of Statesville that was produced in November, January, and February. Let's go now to First Alert meteorologist George Elliott. I hope you're talking about a warm-up.
Yeah, we are.
Good.
We've been promising that, as I mentioned, and it's coming our way, and might be precipitation-free for the first part anyway. There's some rain to the north. We'll look at that, and we will look at our rain chances as well as some warmer temperatures in just a minute, so hang around a while.
My dad started our parade float company before I was born. I'm still using these reindeer he made in the 1950s. Nowadays, we build more floats in less time, but arthritis really slows me down. After setting up 30 floats, my knees feel like rubber. I don't think I could do it without BC Green. I learned about BC Powder from my dad. Dad built all his floats with hand tools. This is more my speed. I do everything fast, the BC way. I got to keep my business afloat.
It's a new day at D&E Dodge, and March is Truck Month. D&E Dodge has more selection of the best-looking, best-performing trucks. You want a Hemi? You've got a Hemi. Free on any Dodge Ram. Plus, get 0% financing for 60 months. Get 0% financing for 72 months on selected models, including Nitros, Durangos, and Magnums. Introducing the all-new Journey, starting at only $18,995. Check us out on the web at dedodge.com. And remember, nobody but nobody beats a D&E Dodge deal.
It's as easy as a walk in the park or a game of catch. It's eating healthy, just like Mom always told you to, so you stay active and on the go. And Food Lion offers a terrific selection of fruits and vegetables and other fresh foods that are more than delicious, they're good for you too. Eat healthy at Food Lion. Good neighbors, great prices.
You're watching WECT News, the recipient of 18 Journalism Awards. WECT News, where news comes first.
Wait, I'm sensing danger. Heart attack is in progress on Ivy Lane. Turn right. Victim is a 58-year-old male. Turn left. He's a little weak, a little lightheaded with some neck and back pain.
Yeah, symptoms they always miss.
Paramedics are not mind readers.
That's it. 307 Brick Ranch on the right.
Knowing the signs of a heart attack and calling 911 saves lives.
Roadrunner here with the ultimate in high-speed internet.
You're not the real Roadrunner.
Of course I am. Watch this.
Can I get you some water?
I need a minute. I can't breathe.
There's only one Roadrunner high-speed online, and it's from Time Warner Cable. Get all the speed you need with prices starting at $14.95 a month for 12 months. Why get anything else?
Now, your first alert weather forecast from meteorologist Greg Carnese.
Greg Carnese is off tonight. Chief Meteorologist George Elliott in on a sunny day, cool day today. Plenty of sunshine still across the area. Looking at our live picture of the downtown area. You can go to our website, by the way, WECT.com, and look at some live pictures from Riceville Beach and the downtown area of Wilmington. First alert digital Doppler radar, no precipitation out there, very dry air mass and cool. And with a lighter wind tonight under a clear sky, low humidities, temperatures are going to drop once again. 54, dew point 28, that's the temperature to which you must cool the air to produce dew or moisture, fog, or anything like that. And that is a very low temperature, meaning it is a very low quantity of moisture in the atmosphere. In other words, it's dry as a bone. 16 dew point, that's extremely dry. That's like midwinter stuff for the northern part of the country, just about. 55, Elizabethtown on the hour, and we'll go down a little farther south. How about North Myrtle Beach at 52 degrees? Closer to the water, note the dew point, a little higher, light southerly wind. No precipitation under the clear skies. That's to the north. It's in the form of light rain in green, a little light snow in the blue. Minor weather system staying to our north, as all weather systems will for a while, keeping us warm. 50s all across the board right now. 40s over the evening hours. If you headed out, it will cool quickly into the 30s mid part of the wee hours, and then early tomorrow, 30s come quickly into the 60s, right about 60 or just above at lunchtime. Warmer at lunch tomorrow than it was all day today, with a gusty southwest wind kicking in the afternoon. High around 69 tomorrow for a warm temperature. Well, that's average, really. Normal highs around 38. Clear tonight, clear tomorrow. Cloud cover skirts the area to the north and west tomorrow night and Thursday. But as I mentioned, the main moisture is staying to the north. Little moisture gathers offshore, but that stays there, sprinkle or two. That's it for that. Frontal systems to our north. This is Wednesday's map. Warmer southwest winds, kind of breezy too tomorrow. All that moisture stays to the north. Well, they don't need it, by the way. Mid part of the country, more rain's on the way, mainly Thursday, Friday. Could be a major system there. We'll be on the warm and increasingly warm side of that. Saturday, Friday and Saturday, probably upper 70s. Then behind this front, cools down on Sunday. Now, during that period, some spotty showers are possible as well. We'll look at that extended forecast in just a moment. Clear skies tonight, though. Another cold one, mid to upper 30s. Some low-lying areas, once again, a little cooler, especially in the wind-protected areas. The winds mix up the atmosphere, keeping it from cooling off as much. Light breezes overall later tonight. Tomorrow, winds increase mainly in the late morning afternoon as the sun gets higher in the sky and kicks things around. Southwest wind kicking us into the upper 60s. A couple areas could touch 70 briefly. A lot warmer than today and right about where we should be for this time of year. Southwest winds 10 to 20 knots, especially toward the afternoon. Those winds increase 2 to 4 foot seas. Water temperature right in that 60-ish mark. Here's your planning forecast. First alert planning forecast, by the way. 69 tomorrow and 40s tomorrow night. Then we hit the 70s Saturday. Saturday too, but Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Friday, Saturday, the warmest, upper 70s. Nice warm stuff coming our way, but continued dry and parched, low humidities too. We increase humidity and chance of a shower along that cold front late Saturday evening. And then as the front stalls to our south, cools us down a little bit on Sunday, Monday, and maybe a little patch of shower here and there. A weak weather system, but definitely cooler on Sunday than Saturday. Friday, Saturday are your two warmest this week. So plan around that if you wish.
All right.
That's all I have to say.
Thanks,
I just decided to stop.
All right.
Yeah, I got tired.
Well, don't stop watching. The Hoggard baseball team is doing something the football team did.
Bob Bonner is up next with sports.
Republican candidate for governor Fred Smith understands that no one should be rewarded for coming to this country illegally. That's why he supports giving law enforcement the tools they need to do their job.
I would try to make sure that every sheriff's department has the resources to participate in the 287G program so that they can catch, detain, and deport illegal immigrants who are violating our laws.
Fred Smith, working to uphold the rule of law. Fred Smith for governor, 2008.
Hey, guests first. Matt, honey, what would you like?
I had a whole bucket of drumsticks. Thighs, have one of both.
There's plenty of the good stuff to go around. Get 10 moist and juicy drumsticks and thighs for only $7.99. Life tastes better with KFC.
This new KFC toasted wrap is good. Just because it's toasted doesn't mean it's so much better than my snack wrap with ranch. Meg, if you had to choose between
that one.
It's not done till it's toasted. Introducing the new KFC toasted wrap for just $1.29. Life tastes better with KFC.
We're closing out March with our biggest offer in years. Josh Barber here for big number 1 Capital Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come in now through March 31st only and pick out any new Ford F-150 Crew Cab and get $4,000 off the sticker plus 0% financing for 60 months. We may never have this offer again, so hurry in before March 31st at 9 p.m. Big number 1 Capital Ford Lincoln Mercury, Oleander Drive or Market Street in Wilmington. If you buy anywhere else, you'll pay too much.
Get your news first while you drive. Listen to WECT on the radio at 87.7 FM. WECT is where news comes first.
At Ashley Furniture Home Store, it's our 63rd anniversary, and you're invited to save. We are celebrating by offering you fantastic $63 bonus buys throughout our store. These bonus buys are in addition to our already low factory direct prices. Plus, you'll enjoy no payments, same as cash financing until March 2009. Bonus buys for your living room, dining room, or bedroom, and bonus buys on our huge selection of accessories. Don't miss the savings throughout the store during Ashley Furniture Home Store's 63rd anniversary event. Ashley Furniture Home Store. You're gonna love this place.
On college tuition, Bev Perdue's been flat out wrong. She voted to raise tuition 7 times. Purdue even sponsored a 24% tuition increase and said it was just beer and party money. But Richard Moore doesn't think the rising cost of college is a joke. Moore's plan allows high school graduates to attend community college tuition-free. It's time for a leader who will do right by families like yours.
I'm Richard Moore, candidate for governor, and I sponsored this ad.
Now, WECT Sports with Bob Bonner, voted best sportscaster by the Radio Television News Directors Association of the Carolinas.
Every Friday night in the fall, Hoggard baseball coach Jeep St. Ledger can be found on the football field doing anything he could to help Scott Braswell and his staff. Now, he's picking up right where the football team left off. The Vikings, undefeated through 9 games this season. That's good enough for a number 9 ranking in the first high school poll of the season. The perfect record also has Hoggard on top of the Mid-Eastern Conference standings. The boys will put their record and ranking on the line tonight. They travel to Jacksonville to face the Cardinals. Now, Hoggard now the only team ranked in Class 4A, but they're not the only ones ranked in our area. In Class 1A, Topsail sits second with a 7-1 overall record. The Pirates were a preseason number 5. East Columbus 5th. Dixon comes in at number 9. The Major League season opened today. Boston, Oakland meeting in Japan, and that was actually a great catch there in center field. Jacoby Ellsbury keeping it a 1-run game. Top of the 9th, Ace still leading by a run. Brandon Moss, solo shot deep and gone to right. That one off Houston Street. The game now tied at 4. Top 10 still tied at 4. Manny Ramirez, can you tell? Manny posing deep to center. It would stay in the park, but it scored 2 runs, and the Red Sox going to win it in 10, 6-5. We go to basketball now, where Tyler Hansborough's trophy case continues to get bigger. The Carolina Junior received the Adolph Rupp Player of the Year award earlier today. Hansborough and the rest of the Heels tipping off in the Sweet 16 Thursday night against Washington State. And tonight the ladies get in on the action. Carolina getting back at it tonight against Georgia, where a win would put the Heels in the Sweet 16 for a 4th straight year. Carolina 0-5 all time though against the Bulldogs. This year's Georgia team ranked 14th in the country. Carolina 2nd, and also is the top seed overall in that tournament. The Duke women also eyeing a spot into the Sweet 16. The Lady Devils taking on Arizona State tonight in College Park. Duke is the 3 seed, Arizona State the 6th. Last time the Devils were a 3 seed, they advanced to the title game, and they've made it to at least as far as the round of 16 for 10 seasons running. In the pro game, Whiteville's Chris Wilcox still seeking a medical opinion about his ailing right pinky finger. Wilcox visited a hand specialist yesterday, back at the doctor again today. After missing the last 3 games, he's now questionable for tomorrow's meeting with the Washington Wizards. To racing now, where if the allegations Jack Roush are making are in fact true, serious penalties could be coming. Roush told ESPN the magazine that 2 weeks ago, a part from a Roush race team went missing, and it was recovered from a Toyota team. Roush wouldn't say which team had the part, but he is considering legal action. Now, if the allegations prove true, NASCAR could have its own spy scandal like the one that rocked Formula One when a team stole technical information from another. That scandal resulted in one team being removed completely from competition and a $100 million fine. Roush Racing, by the way, not a Toyota team. That is the big mystery, how it goes from one team, a Ford team, to a Toyota team.
They should just settle it on the racetrack.
Well, they have, and Roush has done pretty well this year. Carl Edwards had a little win streak going and then got in trouble for a missing part. Now, they haven't said if that was indeed the part that is kind of suspect right now. So he's expected to talk later tonight, so we shall see.
More at 11? Is that what we're saying?
Perhaps, yes.
Oh, it's a tease. All right, thank you, Bob.
Yep.
Some unconventional lessons for students in local schools today.
From watching choppers overhead to sinking their choppers into a muy bueno lunch. We'll show you what they're up to in 3 minutes on WECT News at 6.
Oh no! Not again. Not again. I'm late.
Good news. It's the weekend.
It's the weekend.
More good news? It's time for Toyota's 31 Days of Deals event. Now get $500 cash back on the practical and playful new 2008 Toyota Yaris. That's $500 cash back. Hurry in. Time is running out. Toyota, moving forward.
Glow Med Spa is proud to offer the Light Shear, the best laser hair removal system in the world. Its unique cooling tip is the most safe, effective, comfortable way for you to get rid of your unwanted hair. Come in for your one-on-one consultation and come get your glow at Glow Med Spa.
Welcome to Financial Freedom, where we spend an hour each week doing our best to help you make better financial decisions. Number one is we're going to be talking about making the transition from your working years to your retirement year. Number two is if you just moved to the Wilmington area, you've got to consider a couple of things. The loss of a spouse requires...
If you want to discover financial freedom, tune in to Ken Waters every Tuesday at 1 p.m. on the Big Talker FM, 93.7 and 106.3, or give him a call at Heritage Investment Services, LLC, 256-6900. At Champions Assisted Living and Davis Healthcare Center, we're planning for the future by making more room. More classrooms with the only geriatric teaching facility in the region. More rehab room with a state-of-the-art facility for both our residents and the public. And with over 30 acres of campus, we're planning for room to grow with future expansion and renovation plans. All while making room for your loved ones. Call us today and see how much family room we have in our family to care for yours.
Attention, attention, final price cuts are here. Murrow Furniture has made the final price cuts on every item in the store as the historic store closing sale continues this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The lowest prices in their 28-year history have been reduced for the last time. Don't miss this sale at our sacrifice prices. It won't last much longer. Final price cuts have been made on all furniture, accessories, and bedding. Time is running out for Murrow Furniture's store closing sale. Don't wait or you will miss out on the best furniture bargains ever. Murrow Furniture, 3514 South College Road. Remember, final price cuts are here.
Remove unwanted hair just in time for spring and summer with the help of the medically supervised professionals at Glow Med Spa. Come get your glow at Glow Med Spa in Mayfair Town Center, the area's affordable and medically supervised laser hair removal specialists.
We're giving away 2 trips to Hawaii every night this week in our Take Me to Paradise sweepstakes. Watch Wheel for your chance to win.
Weeknights at 7 on WECT.
America's #1 quiz show is Jeopardy!
Good, I'm glad you said that, because I thought that too.
See for yourself this week.
Weeknights at 7:30 on WECT.
Has a man in British Columbia really discovered a cure for baldness? We'll take a look at that tomorrow on Carolina in the Morning.
Get online with WECT.com. Voted best website by the Associated Press and the RTN DAC.
Some local students got a truly unique lesson in physics today.
The pilots of a Black Hawk helicopter touched down at College Park Elementary School this morning. The 5th graders are studying how to make rockets, so the school thought they could benefit by seeing how physics works in real life.
And as an extra treat, the school's principal and about a dozen teachers were allowed to take off for a 15-minute trip around the Wilmington area. Pretty neat. They all got to go, huh? Well, it was almost like a trip to another country for some other local students today.
Coddington Elementary students are on break this week, but some of them are participating in the school's enrichment program. They're studying Spanish this week. So for lunch today, the group visited La Costa Mexican restaurant on Market Street.
And they ate well, it appears. The lesson is about more than just good food. The kids learned the Spanish names for the foods they ate and the utensils they used. And they had a great old time.
They enjoyed it.
That's better than not that there's anything wrong with the cafeteria, but that's better than the cafeteria.
Getting away from school every now and then is nice.
Yeah. No margaritas, though. No? None. Apparently not. No.
You tried to order, but they just wouldn't bring them out. Good time. They had a fun time. You remember those field trips? The best. Yeah. Clear and cold tonight, down to the 30s again, but then look at the warm-up. Tomorrow we'll start you with a 69, then the 70s for the next 3 days, cooler next Sunday. The warmest a couple days coming up Friday and Saturday, but nice warmer weather.
All right, that's it for us. Thanks a lot for watching.
NBC News with Brian Williams is next. Remember, you can see Fran's interview with Hillary Clinton on WECT.com.
On the broadcast here tonight, politics and the